Welcome back to this in-event live stream from IBC in Amsterdam. I still haven't moved anywhere. I'm still in Amsterdam. And unfortunately, I'm here for my last session of these last 4 days. I know, I'm equally sad as you probably are, who's joining us. But I have a wonderful guest who is the finale. Welcome, Cindy Z, you said. You know that. Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like a rapper name. I love it. But you said it's because people can normally not pronounce your surname, right?
My surname being Zuelsdorf, and rapper name sounds good because I spent a bunch of time working in the music stores back in the day, but that's not why we're here anyway. It reminded me.
I did read that actually, so I love that. Your rapper name from the music background. But you are the founder of Kokoro Marketing. Where did that name come from?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked about that. Now, if this just sounds too cheesy, you can edit it out, but whatever. So Kokoro means heart, mind, and spirit. And my thinking is marketing should start sales conversations about what the prospect, what the customer cares about. So if we understand what they care about, what they love, then we can do sales and marketing.
Yeah. So I think that's a fundamental. Most people will think, oh, what do I want to say? But it shouldn't be. It should be, what does my consumer want to hear, basically? How do you communicate with them?
Yeah. Agree.
I was in a talk this morning by the Circle Society that was talking about culture, and they released some really interesting surveys. And it was super interesting to see how people perceive what the vendor think versus what the buyer wants. And it was an incredible piece of research that I'm looking forward to reading after. And I think marketing is very much the same, right? It shouldn't be about what I want to do. It's about what the consumer wants.
So much so. And I caught part of that talk today. I was really happy I could catch a little bit.
Yeah.
I bet some of the people watching right now have heard of What's in It for Me, WIIFM, which you know all about. And it's kind of super basic, but it's so important. And by what's in it for me, I don't mean me, but our perfect customer. What do they care about?
Yeah, absolutely. So going back to you, and you are an author as well, and I want to talk about your book. That is cool. Like, you're a rapper, you're an author.
Oh man.
Many things. But one thing you said on your LinkedIn profile, which I loved, is that you say that you're a former overworked marketing czar. What do you mean by that?
Okay. So I worked at an equipment manufacturer, selling equipment to TV stations, coming to IBC, putting the stuff in the crate, getting out the Makita, taking it out, hooking it up, working with my colleagues on the booth. And sometimes, I'm embarrassed to admit, staying up till 4 a.m. processing leads, especially right after the show, maybe after IBC, NAB. I can remember driving home from NAB, pulling off at some kind of sketchy hotel in the middle of the desert, and like, I better get these into Excel, and emailed out to my sales reps, and like staying up super late. So just like really care about it, and worked way too hard. And so I wanted to change that and make things better in so many ways.
And that's how you then went on to start Kokoro Marketing, is it?
Correct.
Yeah, amazing. And so we obviously heard from you during our IBC virtual prelude. Thank you again. I listened to it and I thought it was fantastic. It's the small things sometimes in marketing that you do need to pay attention to. But I'm assuming that's another reason why you wrote, it's called the 7 Marketing Basics.
True.
Right?
True.
The book name obviously explains it, right? It's the 7 Marketing Basics. But could you run us through a sort of a brief overview of what it is about?
Yes. And well, what happened was, after doing marketing and marketing automation for companies in this industry for a while, I had people phoning up, hey, what's working? Hey, how should I follow up with my leads after IBC? Like, what stuff's working right now? What should I do? And I thought, I love helping everybody, and also I need time to do stuff with my clients and my team. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to write some of this down. And so it got me thinking, like, what are we doing the most? And so one time I was sitting by the fireplace, got a bunch of sticky notes, a little beverage, and I'm like, I got to write down all the things we do. Did that, started stacking them up. Sounds very analog, I know. And then I came up with eventually 7-ish stacks. And I finally went, oh, okay, these are the categories of things we're doing for pretty much every client, every manufacturer, software, hardware manufacturer. So I'm going to write all this down and share it with people. And then if they want to hire us or work with us, awesome. If they want to do it themselves, awesome. I've written it down, and I even did a little follow-up online course so people can like step by step through, super crazy affordable, like almost nothing. And I walk you through like, here's what we're doing. You can do it too. So I want to share.
And you know what? I think that's what's admirable, because I'm a firm believer in, you know, sharing knowledge, not just keeping it to yourself, right? I think our industry has definitely become a lot better at it since the pandemic. But so what would you say? What's the first step? Where does someone need to start?
Oh my gosh!
And then they can read the rest.
Yes. Okay. So can I just interject that? At the Marketing Leaders Circle session that you mentioned, I put together a free resource that has some of this info in it, and everybody can get this. All you need to do is text the word results to me at 1-530-203-5703, and you automatically get this PDF free resource that has a lot of the info that you're asking, but I'll get into it as well. But I just want to give this freebie away
Amazing.
as well.
I'm sure we will put it in the chat as well and pin it to the top so people can see it for sure.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, it's the word results, and it's just our normal business number at Kokoro Marketing, and then it automatically comes to you. So snag it. Oh my gosh. So first step is to think about who you're serving. And so sounds super basic, but like, who's our perfect customer? Because so many people are like, everybody with money. Everybody in the broadcast industry. Okay, probably not. Let's like think about the top, 5, 10 most awesome customers you have. Those clients, and like serve them. And then in terms of getting ready for a show or whatever it is that you want to focus on, some of the 7 marketing basics include having a really sweet system in place to follow up. Having a great way to book a meeting or demo or download a trial. Those would be in there. And then, oh gosh, there's more. There's so much more, but I want to dig into those first. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Somebody booked a meeting with me here at the show. So one of the exhibitors, I pop over to their stand, and they immediately dig into, oh my gosh, I was up super late last night trying to figure out what to do with these leads. I booked with you because I read your part of your book. Can we talk about it? And so I know that challenge is real, that people are super overwhelmed and looking for systems. And after we talked, they've got a cool plan in place and are feeling way better, and we're going to follow up on their leads.
And I think is that one of the most common sort of mistakes people make, that they don't follow up accurately? Would you say that? Or
yes, I feel like people are afraid that all the money they spent here at IBC will be hard to sort of track the return on investment. And they're nervous maybe about just passing the leads over to the salespeople and hoping they follow up. And the salespeople are going to follow up, and marketing people can put a system in place that does some automated follow-up. Because a salesperson literally cannot call someone every day for 6 months, or it will irritate. So we need something that runs in parallel with that. And those are the marketing automation systems that are super affordable for any size company. Everybody can have it.
And it's, as you said, it's using different tools to get in contact, staying on the radar, all of these things, right?
Correct.
And, you're absolutely right. I work in sales, but I have a marketing background, so I know how important it is. And, from the virtual prelude, actually, we sent out an email to all the attendees who was coming to the show, and we sent a bookings link to meet with us, and we had a number of very successful meetings from that. So
That's so good. I love that so much.
Yeah, so that was very, very, very good.
I have one more to share along those lines.
Please.
We're working with somebody here that did a talk at the IP showcase.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so how many times, you've worked in sales and marketing, how many times have you talked to someone that did a presentation, a talk, a paper? It was great. I had 50 people in the room. I had 200 people in the room. I had 2,000. Cool. Are you going to talk to some of them later? Do you have some of their names? No, I don't. But it was good. There was a lot of people there. There were a lot of people there.
Exactly.
So that is a very common thing. So I bet some people on this might relate to it. We've all done it.
Yeah.
So just having what you said, like have a QR code up that can go to a booking link, can give away a freebie like I just gave to everybody right here, especially if you can give like, here's a behind the scenes look at how this, here's a block diagram or whatever.
Of course.
That way at the presentation, the speaker can point to this and say, if you want more, if you want the secret info, if you want to book a meeting, go here. So QR code or text a keyword, those are so important.
Yeah. And that's you know what, I'm going to bear that in mind when I do my next thing. But you can see we use QR codes here. People can easily access, sort of our pages and things. So it's lovely. So you mentioned that you've managed music stores, but then today, obviously, you started what was your journey? Like, how did you end up here?
That's so good. I love that you asked that. A few things. So my parents both worked in television.
Okay.
So I thought it was super fun as a kid to go to hang out on the OB van, the remote truck, with my folks, and maybe it was at a sports remote or something like that. So I did that as a kid. And so it seemed normal to have a soldering iron in the house and be building things and stuff. So I did that. But I worked in music stores, and doing that, I always kind of wanted to color outside the lines, make it my own system. Yeah. And I found that making the system was good, but sometimes I was just working too hard at things. Yeah. And so I really learned to have a system, and I could still be crazy and color outside the lines, but it's cool to have a system in place to do things. And that took me through marketing and now to marketing automation with what I do today. Yeah. I don't know if that's tracks, but that's how my mind works.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Here you are, right?
True.
And that's all that matters. So, well, Cindy, thank you so much for joining us. I've really enjoyed our conversation, and I'm sure everyone online has too. So thank you so much.
Glad.
Thank you.
You can get my book at 7marketingbasics.com. Since you asked about it, I just wanted to share that, or Amazon.
I will definitely take a look, and I'm sure my marketing team will as well.
So,
well, thank you so much. Thank you all of those who's joined us online today. Hope you've enjoyed the content and the interviews that we've done. I'm afraid this is the last session, and but we will be back at another trade show very soon, so you won't get rid of me that easily. Have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll see you all soon. Bye. Amazing.